What's up? It's Keith Kalfas with the Landscaping Employee Trap. Have you ever wanted to start a YouTube channel or get into this whole internet YouTube thing, and maybe you don't know how to start or what angle to get into? We're out cleaning windows right now in Michigan. Cleaning windows. But I want to share with you very, very briefly my story and my angle and perception on YouTube and how I got involved into it, at the hopes of maybe to create value for you if you've ever thought about starting it. So very briefly, I've been doing YouTube since it came out and before. I was the young weird kid running around with a camera, always videotaping stuff and putting together vlogs. Back in 2004 I was vlogging. I've got so much footage. And but I took a training by Eben Pagan called Get Altitude. It cost several $1,000s to take this online course. It was all about internet marketing and how to get into it, and niches, and building avatars and psychology and algorithms. And anyways, I'm on the phone with a buddy named Anthony Vitale. He's a successful friend I have, and he's a genius. And we're on the phone one day, we're talking about this whole internet thing. He's like, Keith, you started your business from nothing and out of a job. You know, you can't talk about stocks or real estate, you don't do that, but maybe you could share your journey and, you know, talk about how to start a landscaping business. And I was like, that's amazing. Because I was looking for an angle, a niche, a very specific niche and topic that I could get in on that wasn't already completely saturated. At the time, there was maybe Lawn Gopher, Lawn Care Millionaire, Geek to Freak. Who else? Nobody else that I knew of. And human beings create categories in their minds. I want you to think of the top computer companies in the world. You know, Apple, Dell, you can go on. Think of the top hotel chains. Marriott, Sheraton, right? When you get in first on something, if you really hit it hard, you could become one of the top few that dominate that niche specifically. So simultaneously, I was on a webinar, hear me out, with a gentleman by the name, a New York Times best-selling author by the name of Brendon Burchard. This guy's amazing. And he said something very specific. He says, you don't have to be a millionaire or an expert authority on something if you get into it on this whole internet thing. You just have to be a little bit farther along the path than the people that you're coaching. You say, hey, I'm not the best at this yet, but I can relate to you because I'm a little bit farther along than you, and therefore you're qualified to teach just what you're learning, right? It's called you're coaching along the path. I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. There isn't anybody who is going out sharing their journey because they're kind of too ashamed and too embarrassed because, you know, you're running around like a scrub in a crappy pickup truck. You're like, I don't want to be putting this on the internet. It's embarrassing, whatever, right? So it made sense to me. I go, aha, I got goosebumps. This is the way that I can get into this YouTube thing and give back and help a ton of people who were trapped just like me, stuck in a dead-end job, who believed they couldn't get out. And I was like, yes, be your own boss. That's it, right? And I started vlogging my experience. I started putting it out there completely detached from the outcome. I didn't care about the outcome. I wasn't attached to what people thought or anything. I said, you know what, I'm going to go for it. And I had recently gone through like a depression before that and stuff, and it was just important for me to just, you view it as an experiment. I'm just going to try it as an experiment. Let's try this YouTube thing. But the Eben Pagan training, Get Altitude, I learned something very, very powerful. He said, I want you to define your niche and go look in the mirror and say, I will become the #1 person in the world synonymous with this word. I said, okay. And I went and I looked in the mirror and I looked in my own eyes and I said, I will become the #1 person in the world synonymous with the word landscaping on YouTube, period, done. And I started just hitting it hard. And that's when I made friends with Geek to Freak, and I started learning about tagging and titling and describing videos, and repeatedly hitting the algorithm on YouTube, and just went crazy vlogging for 2 years straight, and just pounding the word and the keywords, landscaping, how to pricing, landscaping. And then the thing blew up. How did I think of the name? Was the Landscaping Employee Trap. What the hell does that mean? The landscaping employee. So I did a search. There's about 144,000 landscapers, those are just the ones that are like, it's probably a lot more than that, but at the time that I could find in search results that were, I said 144,000 people. So that's my audience, my max audience. What percentage of them are, you know, landscaping employees who feel completely trapped in their dead-end jobs? The landscaping employee trap, right? So when I speak this specific language, this native language to this avatar, that these specific criteria people will, but you're talking to me. That's who I was talking to. Interesting thing is, all these other lawn and landscapers showed up. And now it's evolved into something cool. Now we have this whole cute community. I'm not saying that I take any credit for starting that. I mean, it's just something that naturally evolved over time. There's something called nothing can stop an idea whose time has come, and it's just an evolution. You can look at Shay Carl, from Shay Tards. He said the next evolution of vlogging will be people who vlog what they do for a living, right? So I hope, is this making sense? I gotta get back to cleaning these windows, dog. But so that's how it came about. And then I started this channel called the Window Cleaning Blueprint. And I said I will be the #1 name in the world synonymous with window cleaning. When you type it in YouTube, it pops up. But it's not because I am. I'm just a dude who's just trying to make it and feed my family. It's understanding the algorithm of the internet by studying all these damn audiobooks, like SEO 2016 and SEO 2017 by R.O. Adams, SEO for bloggers, search engine optimization. There's so many books I can't even say them right here, but I'm sitting here learning all damn. Oh, okay, so if I do this and I tag and title and I repeatedly hit it, you're drilling for oil, and you keep hitting and hitting and hitting till you can get that thing to get traction and get it to flow, and you don't give up because you have no results in the beginning. So you're like building a business online. And then I said I got to find a way to monetize this, so because now I'm spending all this time doing it, and it's like I'm suffering because I'm not making any money. I gotta. That Brendon Burchard guy said, so you could become an authority. It's just a term in your industry, in your marketplace, and you can write books and sell information products and build this whole internet business thing and get paid a residual income by doing what you love on the internet. It took me like 2 years before I made a penny. And now I sell books all over the world from the books, and I'm writing a 3rd book soon. I'm coming out with another course soon, and trust me, I'm still, if you look at it statistically, I know I'm talking a little bit about myself now, across the line, I'm still in the hole from all the time I've spent doing it, right? But I can see in time the value of it from getting started early and defining a niche in an industry will quantify and build a wave, and then it'll be a big game changer in the future. So that's just what I kind of wanted to share with you. And I think that's why, one of the reasons why I do it. You have to tie some type of, like if you're doing your YouTube videos and you're spending all this time, you're like, why am I doing this? Unless there's a business aspect, a business component tied to it, where there's a finance like you have to somehow find a way to get paid for your time. Even charity or charitable organizations, nonprofit, they make money because they got to pay the bills and keep the lights on, right? So that's all that I'm saying. Find a way to do what you love, and now you can do it on the internet and get into a little niche, and then you can also find a way that it can pay for itself, and then you can get paid to do what you love, and it becomes your like a little side business. And if it also helps contribute and get back to the world, then that's another cool thing as well. And that's what I really love about the internet and YouTube and this whole evolution of what's happened, is there's communities all over the place. The lawn and landscape community is a little tiny puddle in the bigger scheme of what's going on. There are people who literally make $1 million a year teaching. There are people who make $1 million a year teaching knitting, how to knit, bro. That's how big this revolution has happened. So it's no longer 2012 anymore, 2006. It's no, like we're going into 2018. This is a whole new exaltant cadenza, my friend. Okay. I hope you got something out of that video. I just felt called to make it. Keith Kalfas. My other YouTube channels are I Am Ability and the Window Cleaning Blueprint. I'll put some links in the description below. If you are interested in getting into the window cleaning business, see, I'll give you an example right here. If you're interested in getting into the window cleaning business, I'm putting together a 3-video series. It's totally free. Click the link in the description below this video, and I have 3 in-depth videos where I'm going to teach you everything I've learned about the window cleaning business. Okay, all right, peace.